From trailer shelters to origami tents, shelters come in different shapes and sizes for different purposes. However, these shelters are not enough, and the victims have to wait for more than 6 months before they were given a shelter. This can be seen in the 2009 Padang earthquake, where no disaster relief is provided even 5 days after the earthquake.
Neighbors are helping out neighbors. Water is in short supply. It is a very, very bad situation here.
There is a need to design for better shelters, which are able to solve these issues. One strategy is the X-House, which is targeted at earthquake victims in Indonesia. The highly compactable system allows many units to be transported at one time, and the using lesser materials to construct it helps to save energy. The architectural form, which mimics closely to the traditional Indonesia houses, helps to give a sense of home. One of the needs of the victims are clean water and proper sanitation. Ingestion of unclean water and improper sanitation disposal may lead to waterborne diseases such as cholera. During the 2009 Padang earthquake, water purifying systems were used to provide clean drinking water for victims. Another observation of disaster sites are the presence of rubbles, which are obstructions to traffic, hindering the aid process.
The idea of a wall circuitry embedded in it. The formation of a house, it could be used in emergency shelters, which we decided that is what we wanted to work on. We did some paper prototyping on this kind of shelters. We realized the compatibility of certain aspects of the shelter and how it's possible that we can actually compact walls together by looking at the way the papers fold. So when we look at paper, we realize that paper has compromised structural stability when we started to look further into how the actual structural stability for the vibration.
We looked at the accordion shelter, which can be flat packed for easier transportation. Setting up the tent only requires 2 users to pull open the tent. We also explored the idea of modularity of the Uber shelter, allowing the designer to create a multifunctional system which can be compressed for easier transportation. The new cardboard cathedral project in New Zealand inspired us to use uncommonly used materials such as the cardboard tubes, timber beams and structural steel, which is able to last for years. These materials are easy to get and environmentally friendly.
To create a sense of these emergency shelters seems to be one of the aspects that really make the victims of a disaster much more happy, increase their psychological health. We realized that these folds would actually allow us to have various shapes. This will affect the shape, the form of the home. We came up with this more advanced prototype to see how the form works. And if you realize that this particular segment of proper flooring, they will create a sense of ownership of the home. But then, looking at this closely, we realize that it actually does not really enhance any structural stability. It dawned upon us the idea of a scissors linkage. This simple scissors linkage will be able to bear tension and stress in at least 2 dimensions. We realize that it has to have a fixed point for it to be able to maneuver in and out. Then we come with a compactable prototype. It is able to open and close fully into the frame. However, the idea of a house, the idea of center home, we have not really found the link in it yet with this scissors linkage. And we realized that the frames are a major constraint because joining each scissors linkage together and ensuring proper structural stability. We came up with the whole idea of making the entire structure purely out of scissors linkage. And as you can see, it is fully compactable, and if you want, you can just deploy it and then you can do it.
In the near future, the X-House aims to create a fully customizable shelter, capable of meeting the needs of victims all over the world.